Hello and welcome back to day 8 of the 12 Days of Giftness. I'm so excited to have you back on board for another day. Today we are talking about creation, all things creation. You know the drill, we always start with a quote, and again, I have two for you. So quote number 1 from Mahatma Gandhi is, "Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony." How beautiful is that? Thanks, Mahatma, for just reminding us that when we align ourselves, life is amazing and we can just feel happy and blissed out, and that is a great place to be. And quote number 2 from another very intelligent person comes from Albert Einstein, and Albert supposedly said, "Creativity is intelligence having fun." So in light of what Mr. Einstein said, let's show off our intelligence. What is creation? What is creativity? We develop a concept for something that doesn't exist. We see a picture in our head. We have a thought. It grows, it blossoms, it mushrooms, and we download it and we express it to the world and say, this thing that I made, that I created, was first a thought in my head, and this is the expression of my thought. How cool is that? And when we think expression, most of the time we think of what we're showing on our face. We have a happy expression, we have an angry expression, but an expression is showing to the world what is happening in here. I'm having thoughts and ideas, and here is this tangible thing to show what was going on in my head. How cool is the human mind? And the fact that we can come up with ideas, we can come up with beautiful concepts, we can invent things in our minds and see how they work and look in our mind, and then make them a reality for the world to see. That is really cool. There are thousands of ways in which we can create. And a lot of people think creation is just about being artistic, like, oh, I'm a good drawer or I'm a good painter. I mean, those are ways that we can create. Some people say, oh, I'm not creative, I'm not artistic. I don't believe you. Everybody is creative in their own unique way. You don't have to be Leonardo da Vinci to be creative, to be artistic, to share your ideas with the world. When you have a thought and it becomes a reality, that is a creation. Children are human creations. Our creations say so much about us. They tell the world what's going on inside of us. And through our creations, through our art, through our design, through the things that we make, we can show love, healing, pain, turmoil. Our creations are a window into our soul, into our imaginations, into our minds. It's very easy to make an instant assumption about somebody based on their appearance or how they present themselves to the world energetically. A lot of people who are very extroverted, people think, oh, wow, they are a certain way. And we quite often put quiet people or introverted people into a box and think, oh, that person's boring or that person's got nothing going on. But most of the time, if we climbed into an introvert's mind, the beauty and the creation and the world that's inside, I think we'd all be blown away. A lot of times, the introverted person doesn't express their internal state in words, but it comes out other ways, through music, through paintings, through storytelling. We get a glimpse into the secret world that externally we know nothing about. So the world is full of creative media. And a lot of people, when they think media, they think, oh, social media, or TV, newspaper. And those are types of media, yes. But the word media is just the plural for the word medium. And what is a medium? Something used to create something. Some of us bake, we cook, we sculpt, we sew, we garden, we paint, we draw, we sing, we play guitar. We make tiny miniature models of things. We write poetry. The ways we can create and express ourselves are untold. Children never say, oh, I'm not a very good artist, I can't draw, so I'm not gonna try. They race in, they grab the paintbrush, they scribble all over the paper. They scream if they can't get the color of crayon they want. They present us proudly with their drawings and their artwork that they've made, and we say, oh, that's lovely. You tell me, what is this? And they're so proud of what they've done. Children don't care if they color outside the lines. Just because something's not 100% perfect, they're still proud of what they do. They give it a go. They try, they fail, they try again. And if we only made things because we knew the end result was going to be perfect, we'd never make anything. Heck, I wouldn't be making this course for you right now. It's about the process, the journey that we go on to create and trial and error, learning along the way. If I waited until this program was absolutely perfect before I put it out to the world, I would never, ever release it, because I am a work in progress. It's a creation of a moment in time and gives you an insight into what's going on in my world. But it's not necessarily artistic, but it's still a creation. It still came from my mind. We love to share stories through our creations. We take recipes from our great-great-great-grandparents that have been passed down through the generations, and we make them our own, and we create them because they tell stories, they have memories, they have meanings behind them. We love to know the journey, the process behind the creation. This makes us feel connected to the creation. Let's just say that you're building a new house, and the site that you've purchased has an old farmhouse that's falling down on it. But you go into that farmhouse and you see what you can take from that farmhouse and incorporate into your new house. Yes, it'd be very easy just to completely bowl the old house and start from scratch. But when we incorporate old beams, old windows and fixtures, once we've done them up and put them into the new house, they add character, they add depth, they add history, and they add to the story. They make that creation, that new house, completely unique. And our creations are so often inspired by things that we've seen or done or experienced throughout our lives. People that pick up an instrument because they were inspired by someone on a stage. Someone that now has a fashion label because they were inspired by the fashion magazines they saw as a teenager. When we make things, they represent how we feel. They represent our internal state at the time. Someone can make a painting and have a lot of reds running through it, and that could represent deep passion and energy that they were feeling at the time. We are all creative in our own special ways. Let's make things to let other people know how they make us feel. You can make a beautiful picnic and invite your best friends around for some beautiful quality time in the sun. That is an act of creation. You're creating a situation, a scenario, an event, and you've put thought and time into designing the day, into making the menu, into creating the food. That is an act of creation. Or you could do something really creative with your hands. You could make a beautiful dried flower arrangement, or you could make a bookcase, as long as you're having fun in the process. And that's the wonderful thing about creating, is that it's a way to draw us from the craziness and the chaos of the world into something where we lose all track of time. We focus in, we zone in on the process of what we're doing, what we're making. And let's just think about how we feel when we're in that zone. We feel relaxed, we feel calm, we feel peaceful, we feel content. It's as if nothing else matters in the world when we're in that zone of creation. It can inspire us, energize us, motivate us. What a great place to be. And the beautiful thing is, sometimes when we have one idea, that is the catalyst for an absolute abundance of ideas and thoughts to come to us for more things we can create. And sometimes when we know we can make one thing, we go, oh, I could make this and I could make that and I could do this. And it's a really exciting process. So I'm really keen to know how you like to create. What is your medium? What is your art or expression of choice? What takes you to your happy place, where you forget all the troubles of the world and you're just there creating? Everything we make first starts with a thought, and the thought transitions into a feeling. The feeling becomes an action, and through the action of making that thing, we change our environment. But it all comes from a thought, and the thought turns into a vision in our mind, and then the vision turns into a physical vision of something we can see or feel or experience in the external world. Today I have 2 activities that you can participate if you would like to. The first one, talking about creation and having a vision, is to design yourself and make a vision board. A vision board is a great way to have a visual representation of all the things that you want in your life. We need to see it, to believe it, to achieve it. So having the thought, holding the vision, and going on to achieving it. So I made myself a vision board, and it is huge. Massive, massive, massive vision board. You know how they say go hard or go home? I definitely went hard on this, but you don't have to. You can make a tiny little vision board as long as it has all of your hopes and dreams and desires for the future that you want to achieve on it. You can make it however you want to make it. So if you design a vision board for yourself, feel free to share it with the group. Send us a photo of your beautiful creation. Activity number 2 today also lines up with future creation. And this activity is called Dear Future Me. You can write it on the computer, you can get out some old-fashioned pen and paper and take the time to write yourself a letter. And this letter, you are going to date it 1 year from the day that you write it. Let's just say that today's date is December 8th, 2022. You would write it to future you, dated December 8th, 2023. And that is the date that you would read and review it. And in this letter to yourself, identify all the things that you want to achieve and write about them as though you have achieved them. You are telling yourself all the ways that your life is wonderful and magnificent and everything you ever imagined it would be a year from now. And this is a chance for you to be as creative and imaginative as you can be. Do not hold back on this activity. Congratulate yourself well for all of your achievements. Dear future me, I absolutely love living in the dream house we purchased. I had fitness goals, I wrote them down, and I have achieved all of them. Dear future me, I'm so proud of you for getting the job that you always wanted. You get the idea. Write it really powerfully in really positive language. Go to town on it. When you've written your letter to yourself, dated a year from now, set yourself a wee reminder on your phone, on a calendar, on an app, or somewhere that you're going to remember to rake out that letter and read it to yourself. This is a really fun activity to do every year, and it's different to making New Year's resolutions because the Dear Future Me letter, you write as though you have achieved these things, as opposed to resolutions, which identify things you want to achieve. Write about how you feel, write about how you look, write about who you spend time with, write about the job that you have, write about the holidays that you've gone on, write about the pets or the children that you have that you've always wanted. Be as creative as you can be and have some fun with it. So those are my 2 activities for today, the vision board and the Dear Future Me letter. If you want more guidance on how to write your Dear Future Me letter, I have made a wee PDF which I will attach below, so you're more than welcome to take a look at that to help you on your writing journey. I look forward to seeing your vision boards and hearing all the ways in which you are creative and love to express what's going on in your mind. Enjoy the rest of your day. Take care. See you tomorrow for day 9.